Hey friends, family, and team members, Yvette and Dave Ulloa wanted to do a video to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for contributing to our journey. Just recently we received in the mail a magazine, Success Magazine and Voyager magazine, where Yvette and I were featured on the cover of this magazine. And I mean, who would have ever thought a former police officer and former government employee would be asked to be featured on a lifestyle magazine for changing not only our lives but thousands of people around the world. And you know, we're just so grateful and so honored. As a former police officer, many of you know, back in the day, 8 to 10 short years ago, we were struggling like many people. I was a cop. We hardly ever saw each other. We were struggling not just financially but in our relationship, and we were looking for a better way of life. I remember that our biggest goal as cops was to come home at night, and if you can just imagine, that type of stress and that type of environment created a lot of challenges in our relationship and in our health. And we're just so grateful today that we received this in the mail, and it was definitely not just Yvette and I. This was a culmination of another magical moment of a collective group coming together to create magic.
We're just so grateful to every single person who believed in us, and even the ones that didn't believe in us, because you gave us fuel to add to the fire. And nobody ever thought that, especially us, that we would jump big into this entrepreneur world. And this is just proof, not that we're great, but proof that it's possible. And you know, as a government employee, I hated Sundays, and I hated the day I came back from vacation, because I knew I had to go face my boss and issues and problems and budgets. And as a matter of fact, I went back to my old department with the City of Burbank to visit everybody, and the whole area had been demolished. The department doesn't exist, there's no more budget, and a lot of people lost their jobs, and it's just a parking lot. And it made it real for me that one decision I made with Dave changed everything for us. But it wasn't just a decision, it was coupled with discipline. And they say that you design the life of your dreams based on the choices that you made. And we made a lot of choices to get out of the victim mentality and into the design mentality when we started designing our life and doing what we wanted in terms of getting those results, doing what it took to win. The journey wasn't easy, but I'm telling you, it was worth it. I was almost in tears today because we love Success Magazine. Tony Robbins has been featured on it. A lot of the greatest names in personal growth. And on the other side, we have the Voyager magazine. You know, there's so much joy here because Dave and I were fighting all the time. Our finances were a hot mess. And we were just looking for a way out in a bridge. And somebody helped us cross that bridge. And now we're here to help you cross that bridge. And I hope that you see the joy, because that joy was created by design. We do not live a life by reaction. We live one of design.
Yeah. And so just know, wherever you are, if you're watching this and maybe you're not where you want to be in life, just know that the next 2 years of your life can be completely different if you choose it to be. Just like Yvette and I, our life is completely different, and we want to give a big thank you to many of the people that contributed to this process, and specifically the owners of our amazing travel company, Wayne Nugent and Mike Askway, for your vision, for your courage to make the decision to start a company that has impacted hundreds of thousands of people's lives, including Yvette and I. Also Mr. Dan Stamen, for coming out of retirement and being the person that really stepped up when they needed some leadership at the beginning. And also now today, Mr. Eddie Head, for your vision, for your commitment to us out in the field, as well as John McKillop. Your leadership is tremendous. And the Fun and Money guys, Jeff and Troy and Byron and Dave Watson, without you guys we definitely wouldn't be here. Your mentorship, your leadership, and your belief in us has really carried us through even during the hard times. And also just a big shout out to our entire team all over the world. We're so grateful to you. If it weren't for you and all the hard work that you're putting in on a daily basis and your commitment to yourself and wanting to go after your dreams, this definitely would have never been possible. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.